and tell you that this is what you're supposed to accept, this is what you're supposed to take, because that's the structure of the family unit, and that's always been the structure. So basically what they're saying to you is they've dogged you out, disrespected you, ignored you, humiliated you, abandoned you, degraded you all your life, and they have taught other people to do the same thing to you, and they've taught you to change yourself. That's the only person that's changed in this whole situation, because 20, 30, 40, 50 years have gone by. They're older. That's the only thing that has changed. But they're still full of the same hate, self-hatred, pain, dysfunction, gossip, lying, treachery, and wanting to bond and hold on to you, creating cosmic ties with you, mental, emotional, spiritual, and psychological ties with you to keep the drama going in their old age, because they have refused to change. And see, they set the whole game up. So part of the game was to make you a victim and to break you down as a little child before you could really learn who you are and learn how they are and how relationships are supposed to go, and to learn that the relationships are not supposed to be self-defeating. So many times you will have people in your family that will teach you how to defeat yourself, that will teach you how to self-sabotage yourself and to trick yourself out of success, and teach you how to talk yourself into failure, trick yourself out of being a winner, scare yourself out of success, and then teach you how to condition yourself to be a failure and a loser and a coward. And then when you become that, after they've molded you into that behavior and that mindset, and they treat you like that all of your life, and they make you feel like you have to, this is your family. You have to put up with this. You have to accept this. This is your family. This is blood. You can't walk away from your family. You are stuck with them from the beginning of your life to the end of your life. But they are like a ball and chain. They have put you into such a deep form of slavery that it is actually programming your mind to live a life of poverty and always expect disappointment and failure, because that's all you've seen. That's all they've given you. They've never encouraged you to accomplish anything. And one thing that they will do, too, they'll talk about you, humiliate you, and you see all the drama going on. Then when you get grown, or you get out of high school, or you might have gotten your GED, and you might not graduate college right away, or you might have gotten pregnant, or you might have taken another path. You didn't go to college directly after you got out of school. Then they will start to tell you how disappointed they are and how embarrassed they are because you did not graduate school, and other people's children are graduating school, or their grandchildren are graduating school, or they're in college, and they're going to graduate one day and get a college diploma. But they're embarrassed when people ask them about what their children or grandchildren are doing or what college they're going to, because they are not in college. They're losers in this mother's mind and in this father's mind and in this family's mind. They can put them down and humiliate them. Well, it's not a surprise that they haven't really gotten it together, and they're trying to see their way through all of the mud and the quicksand and the lies and the tricks that you've put in their mind. Because many of these people, it's not that they don't want to be successful. It's not that they don't want to go to college. Many times they have so much pain in them. They have so much shame in them. And there are so many things that they didn't get that they needed at home, all the loving support, the nurturing, all the things that they needed from their mothers, from their fathers, from the clan. Because your family is a clan. Your family, whether it's a negative or a positive, it is a clan, and that's the first energy vibe that you pick up on when you come into this atmosphere. Your mother and your father and your grandmother and your grandfather, there's supposed to be a celebration when you come in to the family, and there is supposed to be a type of ceremony and a ritual, to me, as far as I'm concerned. This should happen to actually not just plan when the baby gets here, but even before the baby gets here. You're supposed to know what the sex of that child is. And even if it's you don't know if it's male or female, you should already have charted the month and the year and the date that you know that that child is probably going to be here. And then based on the vibration of that, so you would have to get into sacred astronomy and astrology, create the name for that soul that is coming in here. When you study the Kabbalah, and it's, supposedly it's Jewish mysticism, but it's not. The Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, sorry to disappoint a lot of you, but this comes from our people. This comes from Africa. Just as martial arts does not come from Asia, if it comes from Asia, it is because the original Asiatic man was African. Yeah, I'm sorry to bust a lot of y'all's bubbles, but the so-called white Jew that you see that practices Kabbalah and that's kept it from your ass, all of these thousands of years stole it. Their ancestors stole it from our ancestors and then hid it from us so we would not awaken. Well, we've awakened, and this is based on the timing of sacred astronomy and astrology. Many of us will not awaken. They're too fucking ignorant, and they don't want to embrace the new knowledge that is really old knowledge to knock them upside their head to resurrect their consciousness. Just like the idiot that wanted to attack me last week because of the part 2 of my TV show where I said that white slave owners taught black men to be promiscuous, come inside a different black women's house, screw them, ejaculate on them on these plantations, and they were basically doing forms of cloning and breeding. These were scientific procedures and experiments when they would have certain black men go in and have sex with certain black women, get them pregnant, have sex with their mama, sex with their sister, take the babies, creating better stock for themselves. It was all about science and economics for them. See, if you want to be successful economically, you must understand not just business. Like a lot of black people mistakenly go into business administration. Most of our people do not, and nor are we encouraged to study economics. That's really what you want to study, economics, microeconomics, and you want to study science and mathematics, because that's what controls the system, and that's what has always controlled the world, and that's what controls your body. Learning astronomy and astrology, all that ties into numbers and days and the subatomic particles that actually generate the numbers, that generate the tissue on the third dimensional realm. So many of us have not been taught to study and to think that deeply about our bodies and the way they function. So I know we ain't thinking that deeply when a woman's pregnant in the family and she's supposed to bring forth a new life. So these are the knowledges that we have to go back and study. You must study so-called Jewish mysticism because this is a part of your DNA, because this comes from Kemet, ancient Kemet, which is what Europeans gave the name Egypt. It was already there. So was sacred astronomy, astrology, and martial arts, and law. I looked somewhere else. I forgot what it is that I saw that shocked me that our people had created, and we already had it in Africa before the Europeans had it. Even the wicks to light candles, we had that. God, we had so many inventions and technology that they will never tell the masses that we've had. However, it is still information that you can get, and it's your responsibility to get it. So stop saying you didn't know, you don't know where to go. Although it was hidden from you, it hasn't been destroyed. So you have to take it upon yourself to teach yourself and to teach your children. That's why our children will walk around here with damn Sanquisha and Wanisha and Boo Boo and damn Can and Man, because the mother's damn ignorant. And the father and the family is ignorant too. And there's usually more negative that is spoken on the child's life while it's in the womb, even during conception. The way we have sexual intercourse and conceive is so twisted and upside down and out of order. You see why these babies come out of here damn having to go to rehab 10 hours after they came out their mother's womb, because the baby is a junkie and going through withdrawals. Already a damn infant need to go to damn AA center, damn crack clinic, because the mother's a junkie because she didn't have any value for the sacred stars